calleth, come and dine. You may feast at Jesus' table all the time. He who fed the multitude, turned the water into wine. To the hungry calleth now, come and dine.
Hello and welcome to Come and Dine. The hymn that I chose to sing today is called Bring Them In. And I kind of compared this hymn to Luke chapter 14, verse 16 to 23. Jesus told this parable about this man who prepared a great supper. And he told his servants to go out and invite people that he knew. And there was three excuses. One was he bought a piece of ground and go see it. And that's kind of a ridiculous kind of excuse. I mean, are you just going to buy a piece of ground and then go see it? I just don't think so. Another one is that he bought 5 oxen and he needs to prove them. That would be equal to today's term, like, well, I just bought this car, now I'm going to go see it. Now, you buy the car first and then you prove it. Or you go see the car and prove it. And then the last one, now I could understand it in some way. I have married a wife, so I'll just leave it at that. But I'm really astounded by the key verse to me out of that parable. It is verse 23, and he says, "Go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled." And I looked up that word compel, and that is a strong word. Compel means to drive or to urge with force or irresistibility, to constrain, to oblige, to necessitate, either by physical or moral force. And I think of the song Bring Them In as a soul winning song, as a personal soul winning, and church-wide soul winning. And the question that comes to ask, why has the world gotten to where it is right now? And I truly believe that is the church has forgot to go out to the highway and to the hedges and compel people to come. We have forgotten that soul winning. We're not supposed to hide our light. We're supposed to let it shine before so men. So, and the thing about it is going soul winning, it's a scary thing. It's a fearful thing. And to me, it is because, I'm an introvert. But then, I think about what Paul wrote to Timothy in 2 Timothy verses 1 through 7. And he says, God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. And then when I thought about this, the question is, why do we bring them in? And first and foremost, it ought to be to save a lost soul from going to hell. Sadly, hell is real, but is less preached. And that's one of the reasons. I don't want to expound too much. The second one is to freedom from the bondage of sin. I remember reading a book called My Life Without God, and it was written by Madeline O'Hara's son. And within it, he had pictures, and it was Madeline O'Hara herself that was holding the sign that says the greatest threat to liberty is religion. And in somewhat that is true, but the greatest threat to liberty is sin. And people are bondage or bound by sin, don't realize it. And then the third reason is to disciple them and make soul winners out of them. We need to tell people, not only get them saved, but show them how to live a life that is pleasing to God in Christ's life. And then in hopes that in turn that they will take that light and let it shine. So, I said I'm not much of a singer, but I hope you can you'll hear this song and it'll be a blessing to you. Hark, 'tis the shepherd voice I hear, out in the desert dark and drear, calling the sheep who's gone astray, far from the shepherd's fold away. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in from the fields of sin. Bring them in, bring them in, bring the wandered ones to Jesus. He'll go and help this shepherd's kind, help him the wandering ones to find. Who'll bring the lost ones to the fold, where there'll be shelter from the cold. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in from the fields of sin. Bring them in, bring them in, bring the one and ones to Jesus. Out in the desert, hear their cry. Out on the mountains, wild and high. Heart, test the Master speaks to thee. Go find my sheep where'er they be. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in from the fields of sin. Bring them in, bring them in, bring the one and ones to Jesus. As always, thank you for watching. God bless you, and I hope you have a good day.
Come and dine, the Master calleth, come and dine. You may feast at Jesus.